Tonight at 9, a local church gives Muncie voters a chance to meet their mayoral candidates.
And a traveling food market makes its way through Muncie, what the market has to offer and their plans going forward, just ahead.
And cooler temperatures plus a chance for rain. I'll have the details coming up.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Spencer Blakely.
And I'm Annie Keister.
Washington Street Bridge looked a little busier than normal tonight. NewsLink Indiana's Marley Thomas joins us live in the newsroom. Marley?
Annie and Spencer, back in 2017, an author came to Muncie and talked about how to get ordinary people involved in community events. That's when committee members decided that they wanted to have a bridge dinner, but they wanted to do it in their own way. Live music, food, and craft vendors filled the Washington Street Bridge. Hundreds of people gathered for the 4th annual Muncie Bridge Dinner earlier this evening. Muncie Bridge Dinner Committee member Erin Moore enjoys being a part of this event. She believes it's important to make the event have its own personality.
We decided we wanted to do a bridge dinner, but do it with our own personality. So examples of bridge dinners that we found were white linen tablecloths. You buy a special ticket, farm to table, and that's all awesome. But we felt like we wanted something that was accessible to everyone in the community.
Supporting local businesses and food trucks is one of the many personality traits the Bridge Dinner focuses on. When they started the event in 2017, they only had a couple of local food trucks attend. Now the event is open to people who produce things to celebrate Muncie.
As far as other vendors are concerned, we wanted folks that create Muncie-related t-shirts or art. And so we've specifically invited vendors that do that kind of thing, although we're always looking for more.
Moore says the Bridge Dinner is extremely special to her for many reasons.
This event means a lot to me because I think it is a perfect snapshot of what makes Muncie such a unique and rich community.
Now, there were over 15 different organizations that worked together to create this Bridge Dinner. Live in the newsroom, Marley Thomas, NewsLink, Indiana.
All right, thank you, Marley. The Muncie Police Department is being investigated by the FBI. The Muncie Star-Press confirmed today with Chief Joe Winkle that federal authorities are investigating his department. Winkle told the Star-Press that he has not been told what the investigation is about. Subpoenas have been served, but there's no other information available. We will continue to update you on this ongoing story.
Earlier today, First Presbyterian Church held a community forum for 2 mayoral candidates for the city of Muncie. Republican Party candidate Dan Ridenauer and Democratic Party candidate Terry Whit Bailey attended to speak about their campaigns. When asked why First Presbyterian Church pastor Pat Smith held a political forum, he said it allows members of the church to get to know the candidates on a personal level.
At the heart of it was to give the opportunity for people to hear the candidates, to express some things that were more broad or even more foundational in terms of who they are as people and their place and understanding of the community itself than some other venues and some other opportunities might provide.
Voting for city positions will take place November 5th.
Heads up, drivers, big changes came to downtown Muncie this week. The Muncie Street Department converted the Washington Street Bridge to 2-way traffic this week. This project has been in the works for 5 years. Fear of more head-on collisions on the street influenced the decision. Mayor Dennis Tyler and his team met with residents to see what they thought the best solution could be. Now,
the studies and surveys showed that people wanted easier access in and out of a neighborhood like the Kimbrough neighborhood, and Washington Street was actually the only street that we could truly change and still give people good access in that neighborhood. Main Street and Jackson Street over there, unfortunately, are not the cities to make decisions on. Those are state highways. So the Washington Street area made the really good sense on how to begin to get that done. Yeah. As a city, the biggest complaint that we have from people traveling through the city and around the city, or that are coming in that may be new students at Ball State or new faculty at Ball State, or people just coming in to tour the city. The biggest complaint that they talk about is the one-way streets that don't give them access to get from A to B without trying to find another street to get over to. Yeah.
Now this conversion is now complete, so traffic is clear to travel in both directions from Monroe Street going west. And an update on a story we brought to you earlier this week. Authorities in Illinois say more than 2,000 fetal remains found at the home of a deceased abortion doctor were from abortions conducted between 2000 and 2002. In a news conference today, officials said it appears that all the abortions were conducted in Indiana when the doctor was practicing within the state. The fetal remains will be sent to Indiana, where an investigation is ongoing. At this time, the county says the only laws potentially broken were the disposal of fetal remains and failure to do required paperwork. Officials did not say how they know the abortions were performed within those years.
Major flooding in parts of Texas today as the formerly categorized tropical depression Imelda made landfall this week. Serious rain and flooding in southeastern Texas has led to multiple rescues and evacuations. The storm has already dumped as much as 3 feet of water on parts of the region. Some roadways are already shut down for safety-related concerns. The Red Cross has opened a flood shelter to help those affected. And although there's been a lot of flooding in the southern region, there really hasn't been a whole lot of rain in Muncie.
No, there has been nothing but heat up here. I know I've seen a lot of looks of fall. I'm looking forward to the fall, yet we have yet to see any of those temperatures that we're looking for. Hannah, what can you tell us?
Yes, Spencer and Annie, we have been seeing those warmer temperatures. Today we got into the mid-upper 80s, but we have cooled down. Right now in Indianapolis, 79 degrees, 69 in Kokomo, 72 in Shelbyville, 68 in Terre Haute. Taking a look at radar, we are dry right now, just seeing clear conditions, but we do have chances of rain coming up in the 7-day forecast, along with those cooler temperatures. I'll have the details coming up.
President Trump is suing his longtime accounting firm in an effort to keep his tax returns private. This comes after New York District Attorney Cyrus Vance subpoenaed the firm to obtain the president's tax records. This marks the first time the president's legal team has argued in court that he should be immune from criminal investigations. While in office, Vance is asking for 8 years of President Trump's personal tax returns as well as other records related to the Trump Organization. In California, a U.S. judge has sided with the president's request to stop a bill from forcing him to release his personal tax returns.
And the House has just passed a short-term bill preventing the government shutdown when the budget year ends on September 30th. The bipartisan measure gives lawmakers until the Thanksgiving break to negotiate and pass $1.4 trillion worth of annual agency spending bills. The Senate is scheduled to approve the bill next week.
A local food market is traveling around Muncie just ahead of what the market has planned in the coming weeks.
And another family video store is closing, why some customers are unhappy with the store's replacement.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitts will take you there.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back. A local food hub has traveled throughout Muncie all summer and is continuing to complete the route through the month of October. NewsLink Indiana's Destiny Johnson has the story.
The Muncie Food Hub Mobile Market has been here all summer and is going to continue throughout the month of October. The market features fresh, locally grown vegetables and fruits that you won't necessarily find in stores. Anthony Smith has been working this food market for a few years now, bringing his truck to several locations in Muncie.
I've been working the Muncie food market for about a couple of years. As far as the produce that we usually get, it kind of depends. We get our produce from Spangler Farms, and they grow, for example, cucumbers, bell peppers, onions. They grow tomatoes and specialty tomatoes, green beans, okra, specialty squash, which would be like your acorn, your butternut, and spaghetti squashes. And then we also offer jalapenos. We also offer water gem watermelons and corn as well.
The Mering Hunts Library is reaching out to the community to attract residents to their garden. By having the mobile market right next door is a great way to make this happen. Mary Lou Gentis, the library's manager, gets to see the market come by every time.
Muncie Mobile Food Market started coming here twice a week. They started last year. And I know that they're picking up momentum. They sell wonderful produce, very fresh, at a good, decent price.
The mission is to reach areas that have a food desert and don't have a local grocery store. If you missed out today, you can find the next market at Mering Hunts Community Garden next Tuesday from 11:30 a.m. until 1 in the afternoon. In Muncie, NewsLink Indiana, Destiny Johnson.
You can catch the mobile market in several other areas, including the Ross Community Center, Muncie Power Products, Connection Corner, and more. For more information, visit www.munciefoodhub.org.
Family video is soon to be archived in Muncie businesses. According to Family Video employee Sarah Vise, Highland Ventures made the decision to close Family Video on the corner of Tillotson and Bethel. The company made a deal with Dollar General that will allow them to see more money than what Family Video has brought to them. The company has partnerships with Dollar General and has already transformed 40 out of the nearly 600 Family Videos across the U.S., according to Family Video worker Evan Birch. Regular customers like Maggie Weeksvoy are not too happy about the decision that was made.
There are plenty of dollar stores around town, so we don't need another one.
Customers are welcomed into Family Video to buy the remaining stock at a discounted price. The store is open daily from noon to 8 p.m. until Saturday, September 22nd. And Facebook does not like single-use plastic water bottles. The social media giant is installing water filling stations for employees. Wednesday's announcement on the issue makes Facebook one of the largest companies to have a plastic ban. This move comes as a way to lessen the amount of plastic usage. A Facebook spokesman says this is us thinking about sustainability goals. Last month, San Francisco International Airport began a ban on selling plastic water bottles. Prior to that, it sold about 4 million of them annually. And if you've been in a major metropolitan area recently, you've probably seen people riding electric scooters on the sidewalk. Well, German automaker Mercedes-Benz is looking to bring some luxury to the e-scooter game. Mercedes is teaming up with a Swiss scooter maker, Micro, to create the two-wheel ride. The automaker has promised that the ride will be, quote, specifically designed for the first or last mile. The Mercedes-Benz e-scooter is expected to hit the streets in early 2020. Now, if we want those e-scooters coming to us anytime soon, or really any other weekend enjoyment, we're gonna need some good weather. Hannah?
Yes, we want to see that good weather. We'll start to see a cool down overnight tonight. Temperatures drop down into the low 60s. I'll have details on that cool down and rain chances coming up in my full forecast after the break.
those who serve today and those who served before them, for those whose sacrifice will never end. The Gary Sinise Foundation shows its gratitude through entertainment, outreach, and life-changing support. We can never give enough, but we can always give a little more. Find out how you can donate at GarySiniseFoundation.org.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
Action.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
All right, welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Now, like I said before, I'm looking forward to that fall weather. I'm really hoping to change out those shorts for jeans this week. Is there any way that's coming our way?
There is a relief coming in the next couple of days. Upper 70s is what we are going to see. I don't know if you would want to exchange your shorts for jeans, but we will talk about that coming up. Right now, we did get into the 80s today. We have cooled down 72 right now. Clear conditions over Ball State's campus. Winds are calm right now. Dew point sitting at 64, still making it feel a little uncomfortable outside. Temperatures around the state have cooled off. 69 in Kokomo, 71 in Lafayette, still a little warm staying at 79 in Indianapolis, upper 60s for both Terre Haute and Bloomington. Now, you're probably wondering why we have been seeing this heat. Well, the jet stream pattern has become pretty much stationary over parts of the Midwest, allowing a large ridge of high pressure, bringing us those warmer and drier conditions over the past couple of days. Now, we will continue to stay warm and dry throughout parts of the weekend, but as we get later in the weekend, a trough starts to move our way on Sunday, bringing us cooler conditions, but also the chance of rain for both Sunday and Monday. Now, we'll stay dry till then. 5% chance for both Friday and Saturday. 60% chance of showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm on Sunday, but you'll stay dry for most of the day. Chance of rain on Monday, 40%. That is in the morning, so we'll be some rain for some of the morning commute, but then we'll stay dry throughout most of the day. So tonight's forecast, partly cloudy skies, 65 as a low. Light winds coming out of the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Feel pretty nice outside overnight. Tomorrow's forecast, more of like today at 8 a.m. we're at 67. Light winds throughout the day. By lunchtime, we're up to 82. We top out in the upper 80s with a high of 86. Partly cloudy skies throughout the day. It'll feel pretty nice outside. Your 7-day forecast looks like this. Friday, 86, partly cloudy skies. Saturday, 84. Continue to see partly cloudy skies. Sunday, we stay dry most of the day. Chance of rain comes late in the evening and into the overnight hours. We see rain throughout Monday morning, but then we start to dry out as we get into the afternoon. 82 on Sunday. Look at that though. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Upper 70s return. Much more pleasant weather than we have seen over the past week or so. So a little cooler, more pleasant I'm really looking forward to those 70s. I don't know about you guys,
We'll
but fall
take it,
weather's
yeah.
starting to come.
Thank you very much, Hannah. And hey, Blake, what's up in sports?
Well, coming up in sports, we've got the game of the week. We have the latest around campus and someone you guys might have heard of climbing up the national leaderboard. We'll have that and more next in sports.
So if one cat has 4 kittens who reproduce every 6 months, how many cats will there be in 5 years? Who's got it? Is this... What is that? Seriously. Who threw that?
Cats are terrible at math, but they sure do multiply. Please spay, neuter, and adopt.
The solution is 10.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Blake Dahlier with sports. In this week's Game of the Week, NewsLink Indiana features Blackford and Alexandria. Blackford is coming into the game with a 3-0 record. They're hoping to continue the strong play they had last week. The Bruins are coming into the game second in the conference in total yards. They also have one of the CIC's top running backs in Isaac Justice. Justice also leads the team in tackles with 34 so far this season. The Bruins are looking to limit big plays and tame the Tigers' offense. This strategy will look to limit the high scoring seen in previous matchups.
It's great. We talked down there in the huddle after practice that, it's been a high scoring game the last 3 years. And last year was a complete marathon with a 70-52 game and point game and set all kinds of yardage and scoring records between the two of us. And so that's fun for the fans to watch. It's not so much fun for coaches.
Blackford will play host to Alexandria in Hartford City Friday evening at 7 o'clock. Field hockey is looking to rebound this weekend, and so is Ball State soccer. The Cardinals are coming off 2 tough losses against Florida Atlantic and Florida Gulf Coast. On Friday evening, Ball State plays host to the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons. That Mastodons team is playing well as they've won 3 in a row. History, however, is on Ball State's side as they've played PFW 15 times. They hold a dominant 13-1-1 record in the all-time series. Game time is scheduled for Friday evening at 5 o'clock at Briner Sports Complex. Also coming off a long road trip, Ball State volleyball returns home Friday. Their last 7 matches have been on the road. This included a match against Purdue as well as the Gonzaga and Northern Kentucky tournaments. Ball State went 3-4 during this stretch. Next up is the annual Active Ankle Challenge this weekend. Friday evening at 7, the Cardinals will take on Austin Peay Saturday afternoon. The Cardinals will also return home for a doubleheader. They'll take on Wright State at 4:30 and Missouri State at 7 o'clock. We're 3 weeks into college football season, and 3 is the magic number as Ball State quarterback Drew Plitt is working some of his magic. Plitt is the number 3 in the country in passing yards and touchdowns. He's racked up 1,040 yards through 3 games and 11 touchdowns. The only 2 ahead of Plitt are Anthony Gordon of Washington State and former national champion Tua Tagovailoa of Alabama. The yardage is the most ever through 3 games by a Ball State quarterback. He also surpassed his career touchdown total through 3, coming in as a redshirt junior. Now guys, how about that? To have a Ball State quarterback being talked about in the same conversation as a national champion Tua Tagovailoa from Alabama.
That's pretty amazing. 1,040 points in 3 games. That's crazy.
Amazing stuff.
All right, that is super interesting stuff on Plit there. Thank you. Coming up, KFC announces a sweet surprise.
And a new iOS update with brand new features for all you iPhone users. That's up next in Trending.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitts will take you there.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet a few who are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
Welcome back. It's time now to take a look at what's trending.
Joining us now is NewsLink Indiana's Joel Riley. Welcome, Joel. What do you have for us?
Hi, guys. Good evening to you all who are watching. Well, you guys, the sandwich war might be reignited. KFC has decided to join the battle with a brand new sandwich. It's a chicken sandwich, but with 2 donuts as the bun. However, the sandwich is only available for a limited time. Now, KFC did mention that the sandwich is not out nationally just yet. The sandwich is currently only available in Pittsburgh as well as Norfolk and Richmond, Virginia. And if you're an iPhone user with at least an iPhone 7, Apple has released another iOS update, iOS 13. The update includes numerous features for CarPlay, Maps, your camera, and more. One of the newest features will be dark mode, which can be useful in low light environments. There are also some features for editing photos such as white balancing and enhancing the vibrance on your photos. A personal favorite for me will be the swipe keyboard, which allows you to swipe your finger and still type. And finally, there are now Memoji and emoji customizations exclusively for the iPhone X with new features. Take a look.
Star.
We're beauty influencers
From the internet. Today, we're gonna show you how to make a cute, flirty Memoji look.
using all the new makeup and accessories in iOS 13.
Starting with eyeshadow.
Awesome. We're looking forward to it, Joel. Thank you. And now I think we're going to go ahead and take one last look at weather.
Yep, we're going to see rain chances coming as we get into Sunday and Monday, but we'll start to see cooler temperatures as we get into next week with highs in the 70s.
And that's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.